Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn BDDMockito class. So what is this BDDMockito class? So BDDMockito is used to write the test case also, or to write the mock test case in natural human readable language that focus on behavior of the applications. In it defines a structured way. BDDMockito class define a structured way of writing test cases following three sections: arrangement, act, and assertion. So what is arrangement? Given something preconditions. Suppose when I call a particular method, then what it should return, what parameter it should take. So that is nothing but a preconditions. And when an action is occurred, that is called act, and after that one we can verify the output, that is called assets. So this API allow us to take more BDD friendly approach, arranging our test using given method and making assertion using then method. So let's have an example of this one. So here if you see, we have created one BDDMockito classes, and here we have created one logger, because we should not write any SOP statement like system.out.println, that console we should not use to print any message. Instead of that one we should use logger. So we are using logger here. And here if you see, this is inject mocks. We have already seen in the last sessions what is the use of @mock annotation, what is the use of @inject mock annotation. So this phone book service has one dependency, that is called phone book repository. We have already seen in the last session what is the dependency, how it will be inject the dependency. So all those we have seen. So here phone book service is one class that has one dependency. I will show you. So this is our phone book service class. In this phone book service class, two methods are there. One is register, using register your contact number by giving the name of person and by giving the contact number of the person or phone number of the person. You will register. Here I am making one condition: if it is name should not empty and phone should not empty, and phone book repository contain name. If your phone book already contain this name, it will not register. It will always register for the new name. Okay, so this is one condition. And here what we are doing, phone book repository dot insert method we are calling, and another one is a search method. Here in phone book service two methods are there. One is register, another one is a search. Search, what it is doing, it is searching by the name. You will supply the name. If that particular contact number is available for that name, it will give that name, otherwise it will return null. Simple. Okay, so this is phone book service. This phone book service has one dependency called phone book repository. So that repository has to be initialized first, then only you can use. Okay, that you can use initialize using some getter or setter method, or using constructor, or using any inverse of control API, that is Spring is providing that facility. Spring will create that object, automatically it will inject. We will see that later, how you can initialize a dependency to make your code as loosely coupled. Okay, that is another concept. So here you just understand, phone book service has one repository, has one dependency of phone book repository, and that has to be initialized. And if you see the phone book repository service, phone book repository has another dependency of a map type, phone book, and inside this phone book only it is inserting the contact number by name and phone number. The first should be the name, second should be the contact number. Simple. Okay, so this is the, so in your BDD Mockito demo, if you see, we have one dependency named phone book repository into phone book service. So here we are using the dependency injection only. Inject mocks. Which mock? These mocks you have to inject into this one. We have seen in this last session. Okay, here we have given before each method. So this method will be executed before to each test case. This method will execute, and here what we are doing, we are initializing these mocks. Simple. And we are printing this message entering into setup method. Okay, and this is our test case. So here we are using some parameterized, because this is a parameterized test case. So this parameter, that input I am taking in form of CSV source. Simple. And here the name and contact is there. So this one is the Arjun is the name, and this is the contact number of Arjun. Simple. Okay, and here this parameterized test case I am marking because I am using these parameters, and that parameter I am taking in form of contact number and contact name. And here in the logger I am using logger, I am printing simply one message entering into BDD method. This is the class name, this is the method name, into the test method. Okay, test 1. Okay, and here if you see here, I am using BDDMockito class and given. What is the use of given? So this API allow us to take more BDD friendly approach, arranging our test cases using given and making assertion using then. So here given, what it is taking given, if phone book repository dot contain method, if this method is called, given is in the sense nothing but if you give phone book repository dot contain method by passing any contact number or this contact name, then it has to return false always. Simple. And before, how we were using, if we were using Mockito dot when we are using Mockito dot when someone is calling this method, then return, see. But now we are using will return because BDD has these features. Okay, and phone book service dot register we are calling, and side this phone book dot registering we are calling contain method. You can see contain method. Yes, so it will return false here, and here definitely these are a false. So definitely this will call to insert only. Okay. Okay, so this will call to register method, and after calling I want to verify, because we have seen here we can verify the output by assertion. So we no need to apply any assertion. Assertion will applied here always. BDDMockito dot then, after giving this one up, go for the assertion, then phone book repository should call insert method, because this register method is calling insert method only. Yes, you can see, if I am calling contain method, then it should call insert after. If insert is not called after that one, the test cases will be considered as a failed. This test case will be considered as a failed. So what it is saying here, it is saying after calling this contain method, after calling this phone book repository dot contain method by passing contact name, it should call insert method also. Then only this test case will pass, and this insert method is called inside a register only. So we have called this a register method. So this test case will be passed, because this, now you can see this language is a natural and human readable. Okay, so here if you see, first it is it's calling entering into setup method, entering into setup method, then it is calling to test method. Simple. And this test case, if you see, it is a passed, no failure, no error, one is run, one is passed. Okay, and if so currently using this BDDMockito, we are calling we are calling given and will return then in so these methods we are calling. If still use if by using BDDMockito, if we want to use as a mock class, that also we can do using this way. BDD when, here you can see contain name is nothing but the contact name, sorry, that is also fine, Mockito. Okay, so in this case this is also not required. Here we are writing the stub using Mockito, BDDMockito only, but using this BDDMockito we are using as a mock stub. We are not using BDD stub, we are using as a Mockito stub. Okay, so the same thing we can do using Mockito also, no, see, same only, but we can do using this BDDMockito also. That is up to our choice. This test case also will be passed. Yes, it's a passed, no failure, because this verification we are doing here, it is nothing but the assertion only. Okay, you can do in this way also if you want, you can do in that way also, that is up to your choice. Fine. Okay, so this is working fine. So here you are observing one thing. What we are observing, we are calling these methods as a human readable. If someone is giving phone book repository.contain method by passing contact name, then just simply say it is a false. And after this one should be called insert method, then only this test case will be considered passed, otherwise it will be failed. Simple. Okay, so this is the one example of BDD. Next one is another one parameter. Here if you see contain Arjun, this one, so given contain will return the same only. Here after this one, so here this is a negative types, it should never call insert, because I am calling here register. But if you see, what I'm saying here I'm saying if someone gives phone book repository dot contain by passing contact name, then simply say false. That is nothing but the same only. And after that one I am calling a register, and if you see, register is calling what? Insert always. So here if you see, register is calling insert, but here what I am saying, then phone book should never call insert method, but it is calling here. So in this case, this test case will be failed. Yes, so what it is saying, it is failed here. You can see failure is 1. What it is saying, verification never wants but invoked. You can say the verification of Mockito wanted should never called insert method by passing this name, but it is called. Where it is called? Because we are calling register, under register insert is called, but here I am saying it should never call. You can see here, that is human readable only. Okay, this is for never call. Okay, next one is BDD dot given, if someone is calling by passing this name, then will return true. It should return true, and here will invoke. So here what we are doing, we are making the condition check also here. If you see this first step, then it will, here we are returning true. If anyone is calling phone book repository dot contain method by passing contact name, then it is returning simply true. And if it is a true, then here phone number will be there. So get phone number. On this phone number we are making one condition check. What is that condition? We are taking the first parameter using this invocation on mock. Using this invocation we are taking the argument. Which argument? 0 argument, because get phone number contains arguments. get phone number by contact name. If you see this method of a phone book repository, here arguments are there. Which argument? Only one argument is there currently, so that's why I am getting that one argument only, and that argument should be equals to this name. If it is equal to this name, then return this contact number, simple. Otherwise return null. So we are making here one condition. If our stubs mark parameter is a particular value, then we are returning a particular value, otherwise we are returning null, simple. Okay, so here what we are doing, I am searching here. Okay, and after searching, what I am making here, it should call get phone number by contact name. If it is a calling by get phone number by contact, then only this test case will be considered as a passed, simple. Okay, it's passed, and you can print this value also. What it will return? It will return contact number, CONTECT, contact number. Okay, or I can give you NUMB number, simple. So it will return that contact number. If you want to print that contact number, you can print, that is up to your choice. I am printing using this logger here. Okay, okay, now if I run, then what will be the contact number? This 999 will be the contact number. Yes, it is a printing. So here you can see this is our conditions on mock stub. This is our condition. So currently I am making this equal for the same. If I will give here Arjun only, this Arjun, then only this is returning this contact number. Currently you can see. So this is a correct. Suppose if I give here Arjun 1, if I give here Arjun 1, because this name is Arjun currently, it is passing here, but I am making comparison with Arjun 1, so this name is not matching with this one. So what it will return in this case? Null it will return. Yes, it is returning null. If I give here some other value like ABC, then what will be the value of contact number? What will be the value of contact number? Definitely it will be ABC only. Okay, so like that we can make the conditions also of a mock stub using this BDDMockito class. Okay, just disable this one and enable this one. So this is for exception throwing. This is for throwable, when any method is throwing an exception. So we want to throw that exception and we want to check. So what it is, how it is doing, BDDMockito dot given this contain method, means someone is calling this contain method by passing any string parameter. By passing any string parameter, then will return false, always return false. Any BDDMockito, any word of a string type reference value, if anyone is calling phone book repository dot contain method by passing any string, then simply return false. And BDDMockito dot will throw, what will throw? Runtime exception with this mock exception, runtime exception with this message when anyone is calling insert method by passing any string. So here this, when anyone is calling insert method by passing any string and with this contact number, means string can be this name can be anything, and this value should be equal to this contact number, then it will throw what? Runtime exception. And runtime exception, that's I can exception test case I can write in the same way how we were using in the Mockito 5, using this assert equal, assertion dot assert equal. This is a method, and assert through, simple, by passing this executable. Okay, that's it. So definitely it will throw the exception. It's a passed here, if you can see. Okay, because here I am taking it will throw exception. I am saying BDDMockito will throw exception, a runtime exception, and that exception message contain mock exception whenever anyone is calling insert method by passing any contact name, and but the contact number should be this one, then it will throw. Then here I am creating executable, and I am using assert throw method, that is JUnit 5 code, actually JUnit 5 code, and it is making. So this is the use of BDDMockito class. Okay, in the next session we will see mock methods. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye, and thanks for watching.